And Paul DeMarco joining us here now. And Paul, I kind of want to immediately get your response to some things that Gary Palmer, your opponent, said right here on this set here in Wake Up, Alabama. And I'm going to read some quotes from him, and I want to get your take relative to what has been called deceptive or misleading political ads. And he says, quote, "I'm very disappointed in Paul. I've known him for a long time. He's a nice guy. My guess is he's gotten some bad advice." What's your response to that?
Well, obviously, the ads that we have run have had an effect on his campaign because it's the truth about the difference between Gary and I. Gary has, in the past, said he would support tax increases. And that's the difference. I don't, and I won't in Washington, D.C. So obviously, when you have an ad that is having effect and gets the word out there, that's where it is. We're pleased where we're heading. Mr. Palmer's got out-of-state groups coming in supporting him and running ads. We're pleased where we're at. We're doing what we do in a race, is showing the differences between the two candidates. I do not support tax increases. He has supported tax increases in the past and made statements about those.
You mentioned the tax topic, and again, on that topic, Gary says that people who know him know that he does not support taxes. And again, his reference specifically was it was misleading that there was a little blurb of something that he may have referenced a decade ago that now you guys are using in your political ads to make it look as though he supports taxes. What's your response?
We actually, if you go to GaryFacts.com, have given a full reference of all the times where he said we might need tax increases in the state of Alabama. So they're his words, not mine. That's why we used his quotes, his words, where he said he would support some tax increases on some circumstances. What tax increases does he talk about? Property tax increases, income tax increases. They're his words, not mine.
How do you feel sitting here today? We have the big election coming tomorrow. I talked to you the day after the original primary, and you were feeling good, positive, looking forward. Do you feel the same going into the election, this runoff?
We do. We've worked really hard over the past 6 weeks as we're looking forward to the election, and got a lot of great response because I think I've earned the reputation as somebody who works hard and will be accessible. And that's what we want in our congressman, not somebody who doesn't have the experience to show up on day one. There are a lot of tough issues in Washington, D.C. We need somebody who can show up on day one to get the job done. I've got that experience. I'm from here, and I know how to make myself available and accessible. And that's something we need from a congressman. And we don't need Washington special interests who have chosen my opponent and are working for my opponent to get him elected. I've got the support of local people here around the district, and that's what I'm so proud of, is the support from throughout the district, not getting endorsements from governors from out of state or from Washington, D.C.
And you talk about that support because clearly you do have a big support base, but I want to kind of just get your thoughts on Scott Beeson and Will Brook, of course, were in the original primary. They have thrown their support behind your opponent, as has Rick Burgess of the Rick and Bubba Show. And then yesterday, James Dobson of Focus on the Family is now supporting Gary Palmer. Does that concern you at all, or you still feel confident in your support group?
The endorsements that are the most important to me are from the voters in the 6th District. If you look throughout the district, I've got firefighters, police officers, teachers, farmers, mayors, over 30 mayors from throughout the district, every county commissioner in Shelby County. I mean, that's what's important, not the other folks that were in the race, the people in the district. Those are the endorsements I'm most proud of having, and those will be the ones that decide this election.
All right. Thank you so much, Paul DeMarco, for joining us, and big day tomorrow for both you and Gary Palmer.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the vote.
Back over to you.